Hello everyone! Today we have here the 8Bitdo FC30 Pro. It's a retro controller from 8Bitdo and it looks very promising. Its design is based on the Super Famicom and it's compatible with iPhone, iPad, Samsung Note 2, Galaxy series, Windows XP, 7, 8, etc. And here is the controller, and I have to say it looks very faithful to the Famicom. On the bottom we have two buttons, one that acts as a power button and the home button, and another one that acts as a pairing button and a back button. The analog sticks are very small. In fact, they're smaller than a Joy-Con stick. But impressively, it has a wider travel range. And it's also clickable. On the top, it has a micro USB charging port and two shoulder buttons. Ergonomically, it feels very good. It fits perfectly in the palm of your hands. The face buttons have rubber membranes with a good travel distance, and the buttons won't sink flat with the shell. The start, select, and D-pad buttons also uses membranes. But on the shoulder buttons, you have clicky switches. And both buttons are very easy to press. You can move your finger sideways and hit one button or another. Now let's try to power it on. And it seems that the battery is dead. Let's see if we can charge it. And the controller shows some life signs. Apparently the battery has drained completely, so we'll have to wait and let it charge for a few minutes. Meanwhile, let's see what else we have in the box. Here we can see 8Bitdo's slogan, "Everything old is new again." And we have a keychain. It looks quite nice. In the other box we have a cable with the colors of the Super Famicom. And here's a look at the manual. It seems that the controller has finally picked up some charge because the LEDs are now green. And when paired to a console, it will breathe in the blue color. And I have to say, for retro games, this controller feels quite nice. The size is not too big, not too small, and the buttons are very responsive and precise. It also works for 3D games, but it has no motion controls, and the analog sticks are super sensitive. It's hard to aim properly with this tiny stick. but it still works and it's okay, I guess. The buttons on the bottom works as the capture and home buttons. Testing in a computer, we can see how bad the sticks really are. There are huge cardinal snapping in all 8 directions, even the diagonals. And the circularity is nearly non-existent here. The D-pad though works very well. The diagonals are easy to hit and the inputs are very consistent. Checking the internals, the back of the controller can be unclipped, and you have 7 screws on the back. Here we can see the front side of the board, and we can also see the 480 mAh battery. Lastly, we can take a look at the membranes for the buttons, which has an unconventional shape and probably will be hard to replace. And the same can be said to the analog sticks, which are super tiny and you can't find replacements anywhere. With that said, moving for the final thoughts, I think that the 8Bitdo FC30 Pro was a good controller for its time. Back then, games didn't use motion controls, and the analog sticks didn't need to be so precise. And for retro games, it performs very well. The D-pad and face buttons are very good. Unfortunately, you cannot buy this controller anymore, unless you find someone that still sells it on eBay or travel 7 years back in the past. And that's it for today's video. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.